What's up, guys? Time to show off another build. This is a new Kraken 2.1. I went with one of the, it's like a matte silver dial, almost white, but I don't think you'd actually arguably call it white. I guess, or arguably you could call it white. It's actually not white. Here's a nice tone of silver with raised polished silver indices. I did it in a polished case to go with that, so you've got a 100 case, Kraken engraved milled caseback and crown, as well as preview buckle. I did a polished shark tooth bezel with a steel, silver, and black diver insert, set of silver hands, and a lollipop seconds hand. And I happen to have one of these Jack Foster rugged leathers left with his version of a Kraken there on the, I don't remember what we called these. It's just an added little patch. But I think it came out pretty awesome. Bezel on that will turn left, it'll turn right. It is a tension ring bezel that is not a click style bezel. It's an automatic mechanical. You've got a rotor in the back that as you're moving, it is also moving. And yeah, there's not really an and there. Before you put it on, before you set your time, you're going to want to wind it just a little bit, because even if you are very active, if you're not constantly active in the beginning, you're not putting enough wind into it to make sure you keep your time. So back the crown off the threads to hear it and feel it clicking. And at that point, you got to make sure you're off the tube. Then you can wind. And a wind is clockwise as you're looking at it, or that direction away from you as you're looking forward. Going backwards doesn't wind it, but it is a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and go back and forth. This for 4 or 5 seconds mixed with your movement will keep your time throughout the day. If you do that for another 4 or 5 seconds, you're going to max out your 31-hour power reserve on it, which is what I do. I wind them, sit them down, make sure they're running the next day. When you're happy with your winding, you're just going to pull it to the one and only click, and you can now set your time. Now you cannot, you don't have to worry about the seconds hand moving. It is not a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You'll also notice you've got what's called a wobble crown that deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, or affecting the keyless work. So when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressures on anything. And I would ask what time it is, but I don't have internet right now. Well, I do have internet. It just doesn't reach all the way up here, and I pulled all my mesh system out that runs to the other end of my house for my new house. So I can't actually ask what time it is, but it's somewhere in this 3-ish range. So when you're happy, you're going to push it over after you set your time, wind it down, and that is the watch. As with every watch, you're going to get matching beads. You're going to get a Kraken engraved slider box with an Atlas pillow inside. You're going to get watch cleaner, which is good on all glass and metal. So everything here in the center, you've got a polished case, so you might pick yourself up some Cape Cod cloths if you ever need them. That's also going to have a microfiber, so if you ever get any hairline scratches, use a Cape Cod cloth on it, cut up a little square and just use that. And then keep that, what you've cut off, in a baggie or something. You don't want it to dry out. So, and then flip it over after you've used it for like 30 seconds. It like instantly turns black, not sure why, but use a Cape Cod cloth on this if you need to polish that out. So that is for cleaning everything here, and the preview buckle if you need to. Leather conditioner to keep that strap perfectly soft if you ever need it. Apply it front and back. Use a rag. Don't use one of your microfibers. And then lastly, you're going to get some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like a poly watch. It's for your acrylic domed glass that you can scratch. If you do, you'll put a tiny bit of this on it, and you'll buff it out with your included and color matching microfiber. That is to essentially take out any scratches. So what you do is if the scratch is up and down, you would go left and right across the scratch, filling it with that compound. And then you just kind of buff it out. Generate some heat with your thumb. That helps usually. And then it kind of hazes over everything, and then just wipe it down. And if it's still there, wait a little bit, let that solidify where you kind of filled it in there, and then revisit it and build back up that into the scratch. So where it's gone. So that's the build. If it's going to you, congrats. You've got a 2.1 Kraken with my, it's not my last Jack Foster leather, but it is my last Kraken Jack Foster leather. I do have a couple browns, and I've got 3 greens, but I don't believe that any of those are Kraken engraved. So that's the build. If it's going to you, congrats. I hope you love it. Thank you for your support. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, so I put them up all the time. Thanks, friends.